Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the children, all the staff at St Mary's and the children and the staff at St Helens. It's great to be with you. It's the beginning of term 5, which is the beginning of the summer term. And I hope you've had a brilliant holiday. I'm excited to be joined by Mr Chappell and Mrs Scriven, who are going to give you a little welcome specific to your school in a second. And then we're going to be sharing our new value with you after that. And we're looking forward to talking a bit about that today and thinking about that all over through the summer term. So we didn't work out who's going to go first. Mr Chappell, do you want to go first this time? So just going to say hi to the children at St Helens, I think, and the staff, aren't you?
Yeah, good morning to all the children at both schools, but in particular to St Helens. It's great. I hope you had a great Easter and enjoyed the sunshine. It's been great. We've just been talking, the three of us, about what we've been up to over the Easter holidays, and I hope you've had a really good Easter holiday. And we're back for about 6 weeks or so for term 5, really busy term 5, and we know you're going to have an amazing term and work so hard over this term and behave and do the very best that you can be doing in this very good term. Looking forward to it. And how are you, Mrs Scriven? You okay?
Yeah, I'm really great, thank you. We've had a really great Easter here in the Scriven household too. It's been lovely to have the weather, to get out on walks, and hasn't it been fantastic, everyone, to be able to meet with other families. Now, children at St Mary's and St Helens, I hope you've all had a wonderful holiday too. I hope you've had a chance to meet up with friends and families you haven't seen for ages. And I know that lots of you are back at football, back at swimming, dance classes, and that is such an exciting time for you all, because I know that you're really passionate about your outdoor activity, out of school activity, should I say. So welcome back, everyone. Let's go into this term with a load of energy and look forward to a summer term of working hard and playing really hard out in the sunshine on that big field that we've got at St Mary's, and I know you have at St Helens too. So a great term ahead of us.
Brilliant. So we're going to be thinking about a new value in a second, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. But we thought we might just quickly share a holiday highlight from each of our kind of families. But before we do that, I wonder if your teacher might stop the video yourself and maybe just have a chance for you to share something that you really enjoyed from the Easter holidays, maybe somewhere that you went or some people that you saw. So just take a minute just to maybe catch up with the person next to you. I'm sure your teacher will organise it, and then we're going to share something ourselves. Okay, over to you. Okay, welcome back. So just something I'll share from our family. So you might be able to work out I've got a bit of sunburn on my head, and that was because we went to Cornwall, which was really lovely, and I did some surfing with my eldest daughter Izzy, which was brilliant fun. But it didn't feel that warm, but I think the sun was out, and I stayed out a little bit too long having fun in the waves. So that was a holiday highlight for me. So Izzy had never surfed before, and we spent maybe a couple of hours in the sea in our wetsuits because it was cold, but had a great time. So yeah, that's our one. Mr Chappell, how about you?
I've just keeping the surfing theme, Mr Spence. My children had a trip to the Wave, which is just down the road from St Helens and Easter Compton. They had a Christmas voucher from one of the grandparents, and so we went to watch the children do their first bit of surfing. And if you've ever been to the Wave, it's an amazing piece of engineering feat and all that science and technology that's gone into developing the Wave. It's great, these natural waves that you get the opportunity to then do a bit of surfing. So that was one of the highlights for us, and I think it links in quite nicely to our value of courage as well, because my children never surfed before, and actually it was quite courageous for them to get up and have a go, but also just because it was quite cold. It was very cold, even though it was a lovely sunny day. I'm sure, like the seas down in Cornwall, Mr Spence, it was quite cold as well. So that was certainly a highlight for us as well. And Mrs Scriven, you had a good Easter holiday as well?
Holiday. I think a highlight for me was going to cattle country.
Oh,
now,
wow.
I haven't been to cattle country probably since I went with a year 6 trip in 2007 or something like that. So I know that our year 6s at St Mary's still have an annual trip in the summer term, and I hope you get to do that with your families this year. Obviously with the restrictions, we'll have to wait and see. But I went to cattle country and had a really great time. I know that loads of the St Mary's children have been there, and I know that St Helens probably have too. But it was just such a great day out, and we all had such good fun.
Amazing. Well, thank you. So this term, like Mr. Chappell said, we're going to be looking at a value of courage. Courage is I guess it means different things to different people, but for me it means being brave enough to try something out, or to do something that maybe you might think will be really challenging. And I'm sure even today you're going to face a challenge, maybe with your learning, and to take that kind of courageous step of having a go. Maybe before you put your hand up and ask for help, you sort of jump in, a bit like in the surfing, or one of the things you can do at Cattle Country, or something else. The other thing I was thinking about is, for all of us, the summer term, we start to think about the end of the year, and it seems even really hard to say that, but with our year sixes, we're going to be thinking this term about helping you to get ready for your next step, and that's going to be a step where you'll be really well supported, but you'll definitely have times where you'll feel like you want to be courageous. So we're going to be thinking about courage all the way through this term 5 before we get to our May half-term break. And we're going to explore it in our assemblies together, and we're going to continue to do those online. And so what we thought we'd do today is we're going to start by sharing an assembly that isn't made by us. It's made by an organisation called Faith at Home, and they're going to be exploring what courage means to them. Lots of different children will be sharing their views. So I think just before we go on and play this video, again, I wonder if your teacher would just stop the video in a second and you could just have this conversation. What does courage mean to you? And maybe can you think of a time when you've had to be courageous, maybe over the holidays, maybe something you can think about at school? And then we're going to be exploring this all the way through the term. So we're going to leave it here. We'll say goodbye to you in a second. So have a moment to stop and think about courage, what it means to you. And then the video will go on and explore that theme. But it's great to see you on day one. Look forward to seeing you around the schools. And we're going to say goodbye now and have a great day. Enjoy the rest of this assembly. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Yo guys, it is great to be with you all again. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jessica. In today's episode, we're talking about courage.
Courage? Yeah, I've got plenty of that.
Really? Boo. Thought so.
Hey, what even is courage anyway?
That's a good question, actually. Some friends of mine have sent us a video explaining what they think it means.
Courage is feeling brave when you're trying something new, like at school. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Like standing on top of a really big slide and going down. Being brave even though you're scared.
Courage is staying home even though it can be tough to be without your family and friends.
Courage to me is when the whole country is under lockdown and the key workers are working to save lives. Courage is being brave because now it's a hard time, so you have to be good, do good for the NHS. Courage is being brave when in hard times.
Courage is when you believe in yourself.
Standing up for what you believe in, even though other people don't feel the same way.
Doing something you know is right, even when you know it's hard.
Courage can be given to you by other people.
I listen to stories of history that involve people that have done big things despite the odds, and it just really gives me an extra boost to face things that I'm scared of.
I think courage comes from people that you trust.
When you're feeling worried, people can give you words to make you feel brave.
Courage is deep inside you and flutters out when needed. From talking out loud to being on stage, be BKC. Brave, kind, courageous.
Wow, they all seem so courageous. I wish I could be as courageous as them.
You can be courageous, Chris. You don't have to have big muscles and no fear to have courage. Courage isn't something that we're born with. It's something that we choose to have.
Well, I was born with huge muscles and no fear. But maybe you could elaborate on what you mean by choosing to be courageous. But not for me, because I don't need to know. I'm just talking about, the others that may be watching this.
Well, let's get back to talking about what courage means. Okay, Google, define courage.
Courage, noun, the ability to do something that frightens one, or strength in the face of pain or grief.
You see, we all face pain. We all face grief. We all go through tough situations, but we can all also choose how we respond in those situations.
So I could choose to face them with courage or fear.
That's right, we all have that choice in every situation we face.
So how can I train myself to choose to face those situations with courage if it doesn't come naturally to me or to someone else?
Let's take a look at this video and see what it has to say about that.
Hey, Timmy! Looks like you've already figured out how to strengthen your body. Hey, Timmy! And it seems like you already know how to strengthen your mind. But how can you strengthen your spirit? Okay, Timmy, let's find out together! One way to strengthen your spirit is by connecting with something bigger than yourself. It's not that hard, Timmy. Another way to strengthen your spirit is by stopping to take in the beauty of the world. Not that kind of beauty, Timmy. And finally, one last way you can strengthen your spirit is by filling your life with positive influences. Timmy, that's not a positive influence. Thanks for your help today, Timmy. Tune in next time to discover more ways to strengthen your spirit.
Trust something bigger than myself, take in beauty of the world, fill life with positive influences. Okay, so now I'm ready to be courageous and face anything, right?
Let's hope so, but I think having courage in every situation is probably a choice that we have to make every time we face a tough situation. It might get easier each time, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy.
So is it like yesterday when I saw a huge spider crawling through my window? Oh! What I wanted to do was... But what I really did was... it's a spider crawling through my window. Sure, it was really scary at first, but I chose to be courageous. But choosing to be courageous in a much more difficult fear, like the fear of losing someone you love, or the fear and pain of someone you love becoming sick, that's gonna be much harder, right?
Probably, but if that time comes, you can just remember those 3 things. 1. Trust in something bigger than yourself. For Christians, that's God. In the Bible, in Joshua 1 verse 9, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." 2. Take in the beauty of the world. No matter what is going on in your life, you can find the goodness if you look for it. 3. Fill your life with positive influences. It's so much easier to be courageous when you're surrounded by other people who are also courageous. Find those people and stick with them.
And if I do that, maybe when the tough times come around, I'll be able to get through them courageously.
I think so.
Wow, I'm definitely feeling a lot more courageous. And I know some people who are going through a tough time right now. I'm hoping they can find courage too.
I think we all know people who are facing tough times right now. We might be facing them ourselves. Christians believe that we can pray and God will grant us and the people that we love courage. Our friends at Sneinton Primary School showed us how we can do that.
Today we are praying for people across the world to have courage. Please join us for our prayer.
I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed every day blessed. When I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to rest, I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed, I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to rest, I am blessed, I am blessed.
You can celebrate your faith at home through a song or a prayer just like us. Why don't you have a go at making one too?
Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We hope you're feeling a little more courageous.
See you next time.